going back to all of that. Thank you so much. Well, speaking of history, 10 years ago, one of the biggest kid sales on the west side of Indy began its journey for many customers. It is a sale, Randy, they depend on every year.
Yeah,
really
in fact, they save money, provide for their children, and become a part of a community that really does care.
They really do. So joining us right now is the co-owner of Here We Grow Again Kids Consignment Sale, Katie Owada, and your sweet little girl over there, Miss Charlotte. She's just kind of hanging out. Yeah. She's up above that little screen there. We see her head kind of popping out. But hey, 10 years. This is exciting.
I know. So in looking back, this was a great exercise for me to kind of reflect on what we've learned.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And so I just wish that I could tell myself, you know, 10 years ago, just trust the system. Your consigners need you. This, you know, community needs you. And it's a positive thing.
It's a positive thing. Well, let's go back.
Yes.
Talk about some of the things you learned. We have some video. What are we seeing here?
All right, so this is our large item room. And, you know, it's kind of interesting. Every sale, I always worry that we're not going to have enough stuff.
Yeah.
And we always do. So it kind of goes back to just trust the system. Your consigners need you. They're going to sell all of their things with you. And shoppers will always, you know, show up and be ready to.
Yeah. Look at all that stuff there, Rand.
Does it get bigger and bigger every year?
So right now we're pretty stable. But our first sale 10 years ago, we had, this is a picture from 10 years ago. We had 12,000 items. That's it. So we fit into the pig barn at the Hendricks County Fairgrounds. And, you know, one of my big things was saying, be always willing to grow. So we started in this little building that we could afford at the time. And then we knew we could expand at the fairground. So now we're in 2 big rooms, and we have 123,000 items coming. So just in 10 years.
123,000.
Yes.
Which I think is interesting because a lot of people who would shop at the sale, because they really do depend on this for bargains, for clothes, for toys, for things for their kids, they become a part of your sale community and volunteers.
Right. So our business model was having team members come and help us during the sale. And we always loved them, but we didn't realize what family they would become. And I'm telling you what, we do this to spend time with them. We call our family reunion. Yeah. So we just adore them. They adore us. And they take care of us. They send us a text and say, hey, I'm bringing you coffee. And they know exactly what we want. And we just adore them. So we're excited to spend next week with them.
Yeah, I'm sure that you've learned some things along the way too, because we talked before about, you know, strollers and things to do and not to do, and you learned. Can you give us a bit of an insight that might help people watching who might be coming to the sale this year?
So definitely some shopper tips we've learned over the years is bring a big bag to fill up. Clean out your car.
Because you will fill it up.
Yeah, clean out your cart. You can't go to Costco right before you come to Here We Grow Again because there's not going to be any room for anything. Yeah. And also, you know, make a list. It's very overwhelming to see 123,000 items, especially in 2 rooms. And so you don't want to miss. This is a great opportunity to save money. And so you want to make sure that your list is fulfilled.
Yeah, and so many people do, Rand. I mean, you have 4 daughters growing up. They grow out of their clothes so fast. And I always think, okay, Ledger doesn't need this now, or Avery, but I buy ahead. Right. And that's a thing I know that you tell your customers to do, too. So
I usually suggest that for our last day, which is 50% off of the items with the star. And you can really stock up for that next size because they grow so quickly. I mean,
they really do.
She's my baby, so she's still kind of in the 3 T's forever. Right. But my big kids, they grew out of stuff so quickly, and you don't want to be unprepared.
You really don't. Well, very quickly, Tuesday, actually next Tuesday, is part of your Heroes Day, your Teachers Day, your Military with ID. And I'm actually going to be there as well, Rand, with Curly Q's Go Away.
Another book
signing. Probably one more. This might be one of the last. So Tuesday, March 15th. The sale, I know Katie's from 5 to 8, but I'm going to be there from 5 to 7. And again, it's at the Hendricks County Fairgrounds. So come stop by, see me, and hang. I think this is something great for classrooms, too.
Absolutely.
I've had my daughter read to her class. I've read to a class. And a book with a purpose, I think, is something that kids always need for sure. So
my kids
anyway, come see me.
Yeah.
So there you go.
By the way, we have a QR code right down there.
Right there.
Oh, yes.
Miss Charlotte, right below you, that QR code. You guys can scan that for more information. Well, congratulations on 10 years. First of all, it's amazing. We cannot wait to see what you guys do next. So thank you so much.